Hey. Hi. Oh,
Hi.
thank you so much for meeting me here. I am swamped. This case in Philadelphia is taking all of my time. I was barely able to clear one day to fly back and check in at the office, and I'm kind of sorry I did because the paperwork that is piling up is just staggering.
Will anyone be joining us?
No, it's just you and me. It's just us girls. Oh gosh, there's so much to catch up on. It's just been weeks. Of course, I want to know how you're doing, how you're recovering from that horrible incident at the carnival. Can't say I was sorry that Andrea Floyd was flattened, but
Max is fine.
Excuse me?
Max. Remember Max? The one you're waiting for and the reason why you asked me to meet you here instead of at the office?
I wanted to buy you a drink. And if Max happens to walk in either alone or, in that company of that career climbing ADA with the bad shoes, well, then it will give me the chance to ignore him completely as he thoroughly deserves. Okay, look. Are you certain that Max is completely recovered from being hit by that car? Because when I got that message from Milo, it said there was a chance of spinal damage. And Max has always been so flexible and strong, and the thought of that big lug being permanently impaired. What am I saying? I couldn't care less about Max Giambetti. I mean, not that I wish the man ill, but, it is completely, irrelevant to me who or what he does or doesn't do.
So I've seen Max, at Sunny's quite a few times because I go over there a lot now since Sunny and I are co-parenting.
Right. And how is Chrissy?
Some days are better than others. You don't want to know about Christina. Come on, you want to talk about Max, so let's talk about Max. Max is fine emotionally. He's a little somber.
Define somber. Are we talking about sort of, mildly down in the dumps, or is his heart...
Diane, what did you do to the poor guy?
Me?
Yes.
Me? We were having a perfectly lovely celebratory encounter, and Max fabricates a fight, uses it as an excuse to go running off to the carnival, where apparently he saves Louise Addison's life. And I haven't heard from him since. She is younger and prettier. She doesn't dress as well, but she makes him feel like a hero. Let's face it, Alexis, I've been dumped. Oh, I thank God for this Philadelphia case, because not only will my cut of the settlement be considerable, but it keeps me from dwelling on just how shallow and disappointing Max Giambetti turned out to be.
Diane, why don't you just call him?
Absolutely not. Diane Miller does not grovel, and I have already spent too much time wallowing in regret over what amounts to, obviously, a very trivial affair. Okay, if you say so, I do. So, how do you like pro bono work?
It turns out that I enjoy practicing law in service of clients who are actually innocent.
Well, how would you feel about defending clients that are undeniably guilty but would pay through the nose for your services? Okay. I want you to join my law firm. Hang on. Consider coming on board as of counsel until we can determine if our styles are compatible. You would have your own office, excellent support staff, and I would have someone who I trust implicitly, keeping the firm afloat while I am in Philadelphia wrapping up this case.
Very generous offer. But I like what I do, and I don't think I'm a very good choice considering your client list.
You don't want to defend Sunny?
No, I don't. I've been there, done that. And I live to tell about it. And I gained a beautiful daughter who's one of the 3 lights of my life. But, it turns out that I don't enjoy organized crime. No, I'm not judging you. I mean, who am I to judge you? Because, every criminal client deserves a right to a vigorous defense. And You provide that beautifully, and you're well compensated, as you should be. But, here's what I'm going to have to say. No. No.
Okay. All right, fine. Then consider this a cry for help. I am in Philadelphia all the time these days, but my clients here still need attending to. Look, if something major comes up, like a murder or RICO violations, something you don't want to touch, then I will simply refer it to Chris O'Shea until I can get back and handle it personally. But for the day-to-day, contracts and hand-holding, the occasional posting of bail, Alexis, you would be invaluable.
Sonny and I have a really good co-parenting relationship right now. To work with him professionally would be a disaster because even though my intentions will be very good from the start, at some point I will take a flying leap into a slippery slope. I'll start ignoring that he's guilty, rationalizing his intent, and then eventually I will be helping him commit murder.
I just told you, I'll help him commit murder.
He's the father of my daughter, okay? I do not want to be focusing every day on how big of a fat crook he is. So please, I don't want to have to say it again. So don't ask me again, all right?
I won't.
Now, fine. No, fine. No. No.